again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. A screen to Bell. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Allen running the option to the left, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Mike 54.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Grant. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Let's go, son. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Man, 80. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Oh, 80. He's checked.
Here's Grant. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Darnold keeps it.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Grant, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They will run with Grant, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
53 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Eli Harrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and cuts out right sideline. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 36-yard line.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, it's Bell, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Allen, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 13. It's a first down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now Jackson being chased out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sideline.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 57.
To throw is Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, here's Bell. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Check. We go, son. Check. Hey, lady. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 9. Check 9. Out, 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 out.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And an alley to run. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Hey, watch that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. That's into the hands of Reynolds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I got it.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Jets 28, Bills 6.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll go again with Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, Bell, he'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 51 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Mike, 53. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Check 4.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st and 10, Darnold hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a give right side. It's Grant. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. Man, 80. Who that? Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
53. 53. Mike. Switch.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball, and he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Grant, 68 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Bell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Jones has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. That one good for 37 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch me. Back.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.